So getting the Dirt 2.0 trophies are actually not that bad. I was able to complete the Platinum Trophy in not that long of a time. I only got it later because I started playing and I started getting better, and I kind of forgot about the trophies, but looking back and completing the rest of the trophies was actually not that bad. There were only a few challenges, and I'm going to break down right now exactly how you can get either the Platinum Trophy on PlayStation or just all the trophies on any platform you want. Some minor wear and tear says purchase 5 cars from the classifieds. You're going to have to buy cars for other trophies anyway, so this really is not that bad. And the classifieds you can find in your garage, and on the far left it says just purchase vehicles. It's not called classifieds or the shop, you just have to buy cars from there. Fire up that car again says finish in the top tier of a daily challenge community event in an Audi Sport Quattro S1 E2. This might be a little bit challenging because you're going to have to get good enough to finish at a top tier of some kind. First of all, you'll have to buy the specific car that it mentions, the Audi Sport Quattro, whatever. Daily challenges obviously refresh daily, but you might not have the right class of car so that you can ride the Audi Sport Quattro, but just give it a shot every day with whatever cars that you have so that you can get better, so that when you do the challenge, then you can actually try it out. And last thing, before you try this out, you have one chance at it. You don't have any restarts, so just take it slow, take it easy. Don't overexert your car, like rather have it a bit slower than you can take corners versus crashing your car and potentially not finishing at all, you know. And daily challenges are just one straight event. You don't have multiple stages, so also a little bit easier on that front. Living the Dream says purchase all 5 Group B 4-wheel drive vehicles. This might actually be a little bit bugged out. I've heard people say that it is bugged. I actually owned all 5 Group B 4-wheel drive vehicles myself, and it just didn't work. So what did I do? I sold them all. Well, I ended up buying a second pair each. So I bought like double the amount of cars, and it eventually worked for me. I've heard people say that start this event and then quickly back out, go to the shop and buy the car. There are ways to get around it, but worst case, this might be the only trophy that is bugged. Just keep buying the cars. You'll have enough money if you keep playing. But if it's not bugged, just buy the cars and you'll be fine. There is a list somewhere of all 5 cars. Don't Knock My Line says spin 3 times on a stage and win. If you play this game enough, this should come naturally. Otherwise, just pick a car that you're pretty decent with, set it to very easy difficulty, and just, I guess, do a few donuts before you finish, just beyond the finish line. And you can actually see where the AI is, so you don't accidentally lose the race because you have to win. And then spin a few times, and then that should be the trophy. It should not be that bad. The Right Way Up says roll your car during a rally stage in Australia and continue. Similar to other trophies, you will get this trophy naturally while playing, because as you're learning, you will crash a few times. It's completely natural. Trying new things, you will crash. And you will hit its side wall, side embankment, and flip your car. And if you flip it in any way, I'm sure you can flip it on its head and reset. There's a reset so you can get back on track. And continue, then that should be the trophy. You will also play in Australia also naturally throughout the game. There are all sorts of locations. Otherwise, worst case, you can try in Australia. You can just go onto an Australian stage, find an embankment and flip it. Should not be that bad either. Consistency is key says complete 3 consecutive laps in a rallycross qualifier, all within a second of one another. This actually might be a pretty tough one if you don't just get consistent naturally at it. I'm not sure how many laps total there are in a rallycross qualifier, but just keep playing. Eventually, whether you're slow or fast, you will get a consistent time. Otherwise, you can brute force it and cross the finish line at 1 minute exactly. So let's say you can consistently make it at around 45 seconds. Wait at the finish line until 1 minute comes along and then cross at an exact time. You can brute force it like that. Wouldn't expect any more says win a rallycross qualifier by less than a second. This trophy should also be coming naturally if you play enough rallycross qualifiers. But if you're way ahead of them, then again, just wait at the finish line, wait until the time is less than a second away and cross the finish line quickly. It also should not be that bad. And then the last 3 are actually challenging ones. you have to sit down and do these trophies because you might not get them naturally, or you probably won't get them naturally at all. Wheelspin says win 10 stages without using any assists. There is a setting that you can go to switch off any and all assists. And then if you go to transmission and you put it on any manual, not automatic, any manual transmission, which is just your gears, then it should work. And then all you have to do is press square and X on PlayStation just to switch between gears. This is actually challenging because you have to know where your gears are and all that stuff. But just take one of the slow cars in your rally events and just calmly just go through everything. You'll get used to it. And then you should get this no problem. It's just weird having to, first of all, race in first person if you're used to third person, and manually switching the gears. The other assists are really just making other cars better, because at this speed you won't notice that, you know. Group B Master says, win the Group B 4-wheel drive Masters Championship. This one, and a noteworthy advantage which says win 5 events in the Aston Martin V8 Vantage GT4. As you can see by the gameplay right now, I'm playing with the Aston Martin V8 Vantage. I actually struggled with this one. I would say I'm pretty decent at this game, but for some reason these Group B 4-wheel drives are very, very fast, but they handle like shit. And Aston Martin V8s are in the rally GT cars. Those classes of cars are just really difficult to handle for some reason. I don't know why. I can't explain to you very well. Exiting a corner and accelerating does spin them out very easily, and they just don't feel as nice as the other cars. So just take your time with these. Again, you will get better and you will be able to play these cars. These are probably the 2 most difficult ones because they're challenging, because it's difficult to not crash and actually finish the race first of all, and then winning the event is the trophy itself, so it's going to take you some time. But with that being said, that is all the trophies for Dirt. The rest, I promise, they're actually pretty easy. If you have any questions, comments, or join our Discord, we'll all be on there to help out in any way. Thanks again. Cheers.